So that's why Disney brought back the Clone Wars series.
Why?
Because they can't get the rights to stream the original 6 movies.
Are you sure?
Never doubt these garbage tier websites, babe. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's great to have you here. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of this comic book industry, illustrator of Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, and a great big Star Wars fan. Disney's failure to get Star Wars back highlights a major roadblock in the coming streaming wars. Yeah, well, Disney's in full-fledged panic mode right now, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because the future is not in TV. The future is not even in motion pictures in the movie theaters. The future is streaming services. It's Netflix. Everyone sees that now at this point. It's YouTube, it's Netflix, where people have so many choices and so many options, and it's all on demand. Why would they ever sit around and stomach an episode of The View? Just to get something good, just to wait until something good came on. Nobody wants to do that. Disney is trying to get ahead of the curve here, and they're trying to launch their own streaming service. Of course, it will be heavily Star Wars based because one would think, one used to think, Star Wars was the biggest franchise in the world. Disney owns Star Wars, don't they? Don't they? No, they don't. They don't own them. Classic franchises are a huge draw for audiences, which is why TV networks won't be so easily convinced to give them back. They're not going to... Look, Disney owns Star Wars, but they don't own Phantom Menace through Return of the Jedi. They don't own them to stream them. They can't broadcast them. What the holy hell? So basically picture this. Kathleen Kennedy, Roundhead Ryan Johnson, maybe J.J. Abrams, all approach Turner Classic Broadcasting. Let's see what happens here. By the way, yeah, it's like Titanic. It's like a whole new... What's the theme song to Titanic? I can't remember. My Heart Will Go On. I see you. I need you. Something like that. But no, this is not Titanic. It's better. This has balls. This is Harrison Ford Han Solo, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. This informed young Ethan Van Sciver's view on how men treat women. I love you. I know. No, I love you. Yeah, I got it. That's romance right there. That changed my generation. Those of you out there, all of you millennials, you don't know what it is to be a Gen Xer. We learned how to love from these two right here. I love you. Yep. Perfect. That was beautiful. Hardcore. Yesterday, Bloomberg reported that Disney had approached Turner Broadcasting. So, a clown car pulled up to Turner Broadcasting, outspilled Kathleen Kennedy, outspilled Pablo Hidalgo, and Ryan Johnson, Ryan Johnson. So out they came, and they went in to talk to Turner Broadcasting because they currently hold the rights to broadcast the majority of Star Wars films, and they were looking to buy back the rights to stream the franchise on its forthcoming streaming service. Hey, can we please have Star Wars back? Nope, only to be roundly rebuffed. So they basically laughed at, was it Ryan Johnson? Yeah, roundly rebuffed. The incident highlights a problem that other media companies will no doubt face as they work to establish their own streaming services, navigating a patchwork landscape of IP ownership to bring home the programming that they're known for. So basically, they walked in there, Roundhead Ryan Johnson's head was buffed, and they laughed at him, and they kicked. They opened the door, and they kicked them as hard as they could. They opened the door, and they booted him right in the ass so hard they went flying out the front door. They just wanted Star Wars back. No, you can't have it back. Daddy Turner owns it. Yeah, Daddy Turner owns the Star Wars movies to broadcast them, and you ain't getting them back. We've seen what you do with Star Wars. You think we're going to give you the good stuff? You can keep your filthy, awful, fake Star Wars movies. The real Star Wars movies are owned by Ted Turner, and they always will be. They always will be. Disney's 2016 deal with Turner was a major coup for the TV network. It allowed them to broadcast and stream much of the Star Wars franchise on networks like TBS and Starz, often in big marathons or on demand. Disney had also made a deal in 2012 with Netflix, allowing it to stream other Star Wars films, other ones, as well as its many recent Marvel superhero movies. At the time, these deals made sense. They don't make sense anymore. Now they're like, now they're complete gibberish. TBS and Netflix are two big networks that draw a lot of eyeballs. They also would bring Disney's films front and center for audiences in a way that Disney couldn't at the time. But the landscape has changed drastically since then, and now Disney's trying to do what Netflix did, because Netflix, listen, that's what happens. You have a leader like Netflix and everyone else tries to come along. You can't. Disney, what are you saying? Are you saying that you are going to stream only Disney content and you think that you are going to compete with Netflix, which streams everything? How is that going to work? I'm sorry, you will fail. Streaming services like Hulu and Netflix. Hulu's pretty good. I have both of these. Are the go-to for your favorite shows and movies. The goal now is to develop as much original content as possible, producing projects like, but not as good as, Altered Carbon, The Handmaid's Tale, and Star Trek Discovery as a way to draw in subscribers with stuff that you just can't find elsewhere. But companies like Disney and Warner Brothers have extensive back catalogs of material. They've already launched their own efforts to bring out their streaming platforms. Disney is expected to launch sometime in 2019. So is my Trebuchet. It's expected to launch sometime in 2019, shortly before or after Star Wars Plan 9 from Outer Space. At some point around 2019, the Trebuchet Alpha will launch these people out of Disney, and they can stop fucking up. They will stop driving their clown car up to Ted Turner's house, getting their round heads rebuffed as they plead for Star Wars films, and booted out of the office. That is what the Trebuchet is for. It's coming. Both services will help bring all of the larger content catalogs under one roof, but they won't be comprehensive yet, because Disney already said it's going to end its deal with Netflix, so you won't be able to see The Last Jedi on Netflix anymore. Now, get all your viewings of The Last Jedi in now if you own Netflix, if you have Netflix, because it's not going to be there for much longer. They're going to take The Last Jedi away from you, away from all of its, 5 or 6 viewers. I don't know who's watching The Last Jedi. I have no idea on Netflix. I think that's got to be the strangest thing in the world, to sit there on Netflix and pay $9 a month to watch The Last Jedi. Listen, I've watched it 3 times at this point. I encourage you not to watch it. If you haven't seen it, don't see it. If you haven't seen it, you probably still have some joy in your heart. You probably still can hear the laughter of children, the singing of birds in the sky. I can't. Everything looks tarry black to me outside now. The sky, yeah. It looks like ever since I watched The Last Jedi, everything looks like the opening to Tales from the Dark Side. Remember Tales from the Dark Side? Everything looks like the opening to Tales from the Dark Side now, and it won't stop. It won't stop. Thank you, Ryan Johnson. All right, DC apparently has the same issue. When it launches, it will have classic films like Superman. That's good. Batman Begins. Those are good. Classic animated shows and others, but not, for example, the recent hell crop of DCEU films like Justice League, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman's good, or CW Network's Arrowverse franchise, Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow, which are all major draws in and of themselves. I think those are all on Netflix now. At San Diego Comic-Con, DC said that consumers will be able to rent or purchase those episodes, but in the meantime, it's offering up its own slate. Look, that's fine. Create more stuff. Make more content. The world needs more content. Content. When did we start calling it content? When did that start happening? Everything is content. Bloomberg reports that Turner rejected Disney's query and says that the talks haven't advanced further. I love that. Get out of here. Get out of here. They're not getting the stuff back until 2024, from what I understand. Disney's and Warner Brothers' mission to get their comprehensive catalog. Oh, wait, let's back up a little bit here. While they might produce quality original shows, Clone Wars, for example, Disney's long-desired live-action Star Wars show, that's going to be interesting. And wrap up the Clone Wars season. They should just finish it up, do it all. Warner's original DC TV shows. The actual film franchises will be a massive draw for consumers, making securing them a major goal for those media companies. But Disney or Warner Brothers' mission to get their comprehensive catalog back under their own control is hardly the priority of Netflix or Hulu or HBO. Of course not. In fact, it's the opposite. The longer those outlets can hold on, they're not going to let this stuff go, because why would they let Disney succeed? Why? Why should they ever let Disney succeed? That is not in the mission statement of Netflix, Hulu, or HBO. Hang on to this stuff. Hang on to all of the Star Wars movies. I like that. I actually prefer that. As the number of streaming services climbs in the coming years, practically everyone is looking into creating their own. The race is on to acquire subscribers with the best catalog possible. I mean, you know what? ABC, CBS, NBC, all of these old networks are going to go bye-bye. It's basically now going to be, the future is Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Disney, Warner Brothers. How crazy is that? That is the future. And YouTube. That is absolutely the future right now. And that's the world that we're building for ourselves. I must say I prefer it. I do prefer it. I think it's really terrific. Finally, viewers, finally customers will have more choice, more options. TV will no longer be free. Well, not the TV that you want to choose, you know, the content that you desire, but cable TV isn't free right now anyway. So people will be paying for streaming services, and they will get to watch whatever they want. There will be less people being programmed by weirdos, and more people choosing to watch cartoons. That seems like a better world to me, and I'm happy about this. I love the idea of Ted Turner, giving Disney a little bit of hell. Haha. We own this. You don't, Disney. We own it. You don't. That's fun. From what I understand, yeah, they are going to be getting it back, or it's up for renewal in 2024. But until then, fun and games. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.